Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. And today I'm going to participate in the weekly challenge, Roxys Weekly Challenge. That's done by Rachel over on her channel, Roxys Creations. I think that's the name of her channel. I didn't double check. I will post it in the description box below anyway. So this is week 1 of her weekly challenge for 2023. I'm recording this ahead, so I'm actually doing this in the week that she released it, but yeah, I'm recording ahead, so I don't know when you'll actually get to see it. So I've grabbed out some book pages. Why I'm a bit sort of tongue-tied or all over the show is I'm trying to work out the best way to trim this page down, and I think the easiest answer was to use the craft knife. So first up, I'm going to trim down these pages. I've got a number of different pages here, and that first one I trimmed may not even be straight. We'll find out soon enough, because I wanted to play with different sizes. They're not hugely different to each other, but yeah, enough to get a feel for what the difference makes. These first two are from a Gone with the Wind novel, so they're quite thin pages. And then I've got this one here, which is quite thick paper. I think it's, yeah, just a fraction smaller, so negligible difference really in the size, but the weight is definitely different. So I managed to get this out of the book and the double, but I only want single pages, so I'm going to trim down where they're joined. That'll make them a bit smaller again. And I don't know how small is too small for this project. Then I've got this double page as well, that's bigger, slightly bigger again, bit taller. And again, I got it out in the pair, so trim down where they're joined and separate them. Now that to me doesn't look straight. Why does it not look straight? Oh, maybe it's must be straight. I don't know, or something's throwing my eye off. Right, and just two more. I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to get made up, but I thought I'd grab. Now these are my biggest pages that I've grabbed out, and they're kind of a medium weight, so I've got, yeah, about, I think each of these sets of pages is a different weight. This is somewhere in the middle. Oops, that. I think I have to do them one at a time because they were definitely not aligned properly. So let's do it this way. Just take a little bit longer to do one at a time. Yeah, so the project is a variation on a paddy pocket, and it's designed to increase your pre-made ephemera, and that's always a good thing. I'm looking at doing lots of journals this year. That's my desire, and so I'm wanting to have a lot of pre-made ephemera so that I can do them in a timely manner, to actually do the journals, put them together, and not take 6 months of making on one journal, because I think, you know, we like variety, don't we? Okay, so they're all trimmed down. I don't know if you're familiar with a paddy pocket, but the process is basically the same. So I'm going to start with this one. First off, I'm going to fold up this bottom edge, and this is going to form the strengthening of a pocket. So they're folded up into a pocket, and it's just a shallow pocket. Just grab out my, I call it a bone folder, but it's made of plastic. You know what I mean. Pressy scoring tool thing. Okay, so this bit gets glued down, so it strengthens this pocket. Then that gets folded up, so we end up with pocket here. And then Normally you would fold it this way and it would make a little wallet thing that opens up, and you end up with two little pockets here, and you stick it on a page or in the front of a cover or tuck it into a pocket or something. So the variation with this one is this is going to actually be 4 pockets. So I'm going to turn over the top this way, so the opposite way is to the other one. And then this gets folded this way, so the pockets are on the outside. Hopefully you're following. I'll be doing more though, so don't panic. In case you haven't seen Rachel's video, I do encourage you to pop along and watch hers though, if you have the time and the inclination. I enjoy watching Rachel. She's an Aussie, so she's a neighbour, but she lives in Italy, so she has some fascinating book pages that she works with. I just love watching them. So I haven't glued anything together yet, but just to show you, and then this is going to wrap around the page like so, and be a pocket here, a pocket here, and then opens up, and another pocket and another pocket. Okay, clear as mud. I hope you understand this, but you'll get the idea as I go along. So this, I wanted to try different page sizes because some of the shorter pages, they only come out part way, and I wanted to see if I could get a more extensive pocket, and I think that's actually a really nice size. It's probably my preference of page size, but I hadn't tried it before, so it was worth doing that. I'll still make the others up because it's always good to have different sizes. Not all pages in your journal are the same size, or at least they're not in the ones that I make. I like using different size pages. So now I'm going to glue down this top flap. That's going to be on against the page. There we go. Right. Sorry, going a bit froggy again. Okay, now this other little pocket strengthening bit that we folded down at the beginning. So I'm going to, I think I need a new glue page. Glue that bit down. Like so. Now these get glued down as well, but I want to decorate them up before I do that, and also take a little notch out of these ones. Actually, I could probably do them both together, out of the top pockets. Now it is actually better to do that after you've decorated, and when I was watching Rachel, she found the same thing. She did cut out all the thumb holes, and then it was like it makes it harder to decorate. So I just made the same mistake she did, which is fine. We can work around that. We can repunch them. You can also cut out the thumb holes here if you prefer, but you don't have to. You don't even have to do this one. Like, it's completely up to you. Right, I'm just going to change my glue page out. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of mass production line here of doing all the folding. So fold up one long edge like so, and then fold it up however far you like. There's no set measurement on what to fold it up, just whatever you feel, like so, and then flip it over and then fold over the other long edge. Like so. So again, fold, there's a cool library stamp there. Fold up this edge, fold up to form our pocket. Somebody's made little X's through this, I notice, marked out for something. Then flip it over and fold down that edge. Now this is going to make two shallow pockets and not very long, but that's okay, they will find a home. Okay, on to our next one. This is the heaviest paper that I've got. So let's try and get it straight. Fold down one long edge and fold up into your pocket. This is going to be very similar, only it's heavier, thicker paper. And then flip it over and fold down your other long edge. Okay, you should be getting into the rhythm of it now. Feel free to craft along, that would be pretty awesome if you get to knock some out as well at the same time. Right, so folding our long edge. To extend the depth of the pocket, you can glue a piece of paper on this instead if you wanted to. Quite often I prefer to do that because it does mean I end up with a deeper pocket than doing it this way, but I just want to smash these out. I can do that in, you know, on others. So these ones I'll do the same way as Rachel did, and then I can play at other times. Right, there we go. We've got 3 more to do. Hope you're sticking with me there. So this is the thinnest paper, the Gone with the Wind. Right, I should be able to crease this fine with my fingers because it's very thin. I think it will hold up okay, even though it's quite thin. It'd be really good to use in those places where you don't want to bulk up things too much. Right, that one, this one. So yeah, doing a little bit of a mess make, doing all the same steps at the same time, and then going back through and doing the next step does mean you get things done a bit quicker. And this actually is the quick part. It's the decorating of these that takes time, and you'll know that if you've watched any of my videos before, because it's always that I and ah over and take my own sweet time to decide what I want to do. So we've got that to look forward to. I don't know how far we'll get, I really don't, but if it goes too long, I'll just stop the video and call it a day, and then carry on finishing them up off here. So there we go. So now we've got them all folded. Let's get to gluing, and this is a bit tedious, but it has to be done. Oops, globs of glue stick. And make sure they're glued down well. You can go back in when you're finishing construction and fix up any areas, but you know, try to get a good stick there first up, just to avoid having to you know, redo things too much. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and do all the gluing in mess make style. And then that gets that bit out the way, and it gives the glue time to dry before I try folding them, because if you fold it while it's wet, it can go all crinkly and buckled and not sit very nicely. So this will just give it a few moments to dry while I work through the rest of them. Get rid of that, it's getting a bit sticky. So hopefully everyone's good. As I said at the beginning, I have no idea when this will air. It could be in a few weeks' time, because I just found out last night that my husband has booked some time off work, 2 weeks off work in February. So I need to make sure I've got videos for the time, and we're spending one of those weeks away, staying in a holiday house. So I want to get videos to cover that time when I'm going to be away, because I want to be able to, you know, enjoy that time without worrying that there's a gap in my recording. yeah, so get that covered. So this possibly won't air until either the 2nd or 3rd week of February, but we shall see. I might use it before then and use one of the other videos to fill a gap. As really don't know at this point, I just know I need to get extra videos done, and the more I can do, the better. Right, almost through them. So this is perfect thing to do if you want to craft along with me. It's, you know, it's all real time, so you can do exactly the same as I am and end up with the same amount. However many I end up completing can be however many you end up completing in the same time. Or you might be quicker. You might smash them out a lot quicker than I am. Don't forget you can pause the video and go and grab stuff. I'll still be here. Or you can watch it and then go grab your stuff and then watch it again. How's that for a little bit of self-promotion on my viewing of my videos? I don't imagine you'll want to watch it twice. There are a few YouTube videos that I have ended up watching twice because I didn't make at the same time, and then there were things that I needed to know, so I've had to go back and re-watch to get some of the finer points. But it's always nicer to get things out of the first video, first watching of it, and either making notes or making along, so that then when you watch another video you can actually watch something that's new to you, because there's only so many hours in a day and there are lots and lots of YouTube journaling channels out there. So I'm very, very grateful to every single one of you that has chosen to subscribe, because with all the ones out there, there's a lot of competition. Okay, so let's go back to the first one that I glued. Hopefully it'll be nice and dry for folding. Okay, so remembering that the pockets are on the outside. Oops, and there we go. See, that hasn't glued down very well. So I've got to go in and put more glue, and that just takes a little bit longer and a bit more mucking around. But I mean, it's bound to happen. There's probably more here that I haven't glued properly because I'm trying to do it relatively quickly. Now these aren't straight at all, which is interesting, but it doesn't actually matter because these are going to be wrapped around a page, so you're not going to see that they don't line up with each other. So don't be too worried about that. Right, so grab back my page. Here we go. And there. And that's going to be super fun. So from here, you can go ahead and glue all these pockets down, but I want to decorate first so that I'm not trying to get down into the pockets once they're already glued down. I do want to ink though, so please excuse me, I am going to take a moment to do that, and I won't mass ink. I'll spare you that. I will do it as I get to them, and that will be a little bit more tolerable for everybody. I will have to re-ink this edge where I take the thumb notches out. That's okay. Or I might decide not to take a thumb notch. Gosh, get my words out. And I don't need to do the inside because that's going to be around the page. You won't see it. And then just a little bit along that edge where it wraps around the page. Okay, there we go. So now I want to collage it up. And what do I want to collage with? Okay, I haven't got any idea of theme or anything for these. So let's go do a colourful one. I feel like doing a colourful one. So let's start off with this bit of a jelly print. And I'm not going to wrap it around the where it wraps around the spine, because that'll bulk it up quite a bit and push it out. So I'm just going to do about there. And so it just comes down below that pocket, and I really like that. I think that looks cool. Put that bit in there. And then I've got enough of this to do the other side as well. So I'm just going to take off that white bit. Oh, actually, I could just turn it upside down, couldn't I? Oh, my phone is busy dinging. Yep, just going to cut off that little bit where it sticks out a bit. There we go. See, I didn't need to trim it at all, just turn it the other way. So you could decorate with whatever you like. You could use scraps, or you could use digitals, scrapbook paper, whatever you like. It's nice to have somewhere to use up these jelly prints though. Fun bit of colour. Okay, now I can actually glue this shut now, so I am going to do that. Checking for blue goobers at the end of my glue. Stop it coming out. Yep, it is there. Amazing how just a little bit of dried glue can stop the whole thing from working. And you could sew these as well if you wanted. So just a little bit up there. You could do the center as well if you wanted. It's not necessary, and I'm not going to on this one. I'm just going to leave it because it will be wrapped around the page. The edge of the page will stop it. You know, it's not going to slide around the corner. Just need something to wipe up the glue that's spilling out. I always seem to get it spilling out the edge, but I don't want to put less on because I don't want it to not stick down. But anyway. Oh, it's all the big issues, isn't it? And I'm joking when I say that. It's not a big issue. I'm just going to have a wee sip of my cup of tea. Right. So now something for the bottom of the pockets. The bottom pockets. What would we like? We could go plain. Put this plain paper here. I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that because I do want to add some embellishment. So having a plain paper is absolutely fine. I think that'll be just fine. I would prefer torn edges though, but don't know that I'm going to get torn edges because it's going to make it too short. So first I'm going to fold it in half and tear it in half so that I've got enough for each side. And your sides don't need to match. This is matching, but you absolutely don't need to match. You could do completely different things because they're not going to be seen side by side. But I just feel like doing it matching, which is just as valid. Matching, not matching, whatever, however you like to do it, whatever styles you like, go with it. Right, so trim about there. Now we'll glue these down. Sorry, I was just busy thinking about something. Yeah, remember you're doing a video. Just went off into la la land. getting to the point where I'm going to have to remove the flowers that I'm pressing in this book, because it's very, very lumpy where I'm gluing, and I've been through a number of pages since I put the flowers in there, and it's getting more and more noticeable when I'm running the glue stick over something. I did have a wee peep at them yesterday, and they do look like they've pressed very well, so they've probably been in there long enough. Find them. See, wee flowers. They're very flat now, but still bumpy enough that I can feel it. In fact, let's just pop them out and have a flat glue book. Gee, I'm going to go through a lot of glue pages. Right, so there we go. I like that so far. What would I like to decorate it up with? I'm thinking flowers for this, and probably flowers that I haven't actually got cut out yet, and that's not the right folder. Pop that one away and grab out the right one. So this folder, I've got flowers here from Artzology, which I haven't fussy cut out, and I printed at half the size. Let's just grab out the first sheet, which I have partially used. Is that just one sheet? Oh, it is. Oh, there is one fussy cut out, so we'll grab that one as well. Oops, I just flicked something off. I don't know what it was. Not sure. Flicked something off. Okay, I'm not sure this is the right one though. Oops, upside down too. No, not that one. And these may actually still be too tall. This little one might be okay. This one, I like this one. Let's have a look at this one. So I'll try and remember to link Artzology in the description box as well. So I'll have to remember who I'm linking. Actually, I'll just take a moment to write myself a note. Otherwise, I know I absolutely will forget. So, Roxy Creations and Artzology. So, Roxy Creations on YouTube and Artzology on... you know what I've flicked off? So annoying. Is my sponge for my ink. I did that yesterday as well. It's like it just does not want to stay. Doesn't want to be on my desk apparently. So it's probably gone to the same place as it went to yesterday. I had to fish it out from under the desk. I've got a vibration board under my desk that I use, and so it's probably sitting under the edge, far edge of that where I can't see it, because that's where it went yesterday when I knocked it off. So I guess I won't be doing any more inking today because my sponge went walkabout. It's the trouble, it's got a round base on it, so it doesn't sit squarely, so it's very easy for it to roll off places or be flicked off with a random bit of paper being moved. The trials, the struggles, they're real, people, they're real. I don't think I'm going to worry about cutting out the little inserts, the spaces in these, because they're very, very tiny. And these have got a little border around them, which makes fussy cutting them super easy and gives you a little leeway, so that if you get a bit further away or a bit closer, it kind of gives you that grace space for making any little oopses. Here we go. So it didn't take too long. So I think I can position it. So this leaf will be just above the top of the pocket, but that's where it's glued down there, so that I don't think that'll be an issue. and then over here I can just squeeze that in. So that's going to go there. I do think I want something behind it. Here's a little fragment of but I would have preferred that to be round the other way, because otherwise I'm going to cover all the cool symbols. So maybe something else. Don't want to cover over all the cool bits, because then it just becomes boring. Right, got a little bit of German or Dutch or something. Oh, it's very, very brittle paper, this. It's been cut with shearing scissors or something. Yep. Oh, I'll leave those out. They might find a home on one of the others. Okay, it's that and label. I bet you were guessing that I was going to say label, because I so often do. Let's see if we can find a long one that would look cool. That's kind of nice. I like that one. I want to ink it, but my sponge has gone on holiday, so I'm not going to ink. I'm not going to grab out a spare sponge. I'm just going to lay it down, because it won't matter. It won't matter that it's not inked. It'll still be fine. It will still look good. Just my preference to ink. So this one I need to be just a little bit careful how I place it. There we go. Oops, sticking to myself. Okay, and our wee label. This label is from Printables by MartiJo, I think is the name of the shop. So there's another one I need to write down on my bit of paper here. It's Printables by MartiJo. Okay, lots of things I need to link today. Okay, so that's one side done. I think that's quite nice. Thinking, do I want something down here? Could do with a little butterfly maybe. Got these wee orange ones, which I think would tie in quite nicely with the jelly print up here. So let's have a wee look. Oh, they're doing some weed trimming next door. I don't know whether you can hear that. Oops. No, I think it's too much. Okay, it was worth a go. Okay, let's do this side. So maybe we can get this cool characters to work on this side. And let's go with another one of these labels. Toothache, maybe not. To me, these colours read happy, and I'm not sure that toothache reads as happy. In fact, I'm quite positive it doesn't. So we could go with a bigger butterfly on this side maybe, or a bee. I've got a bee here. No, not fussed on that. No, too big. There's a yellow bee. Blends in a bit too much. Blue butterfly. No, different colour altogether. A leaf. There is a bit of green up in that. I don't mind that. Let's try that. Give it a fussy cut. Leaving a little bit of a border. Just want to see what this looks like. And this is where I take the time, fiddling around trying to decide what I want to do. And I'm trying to not take too long for your sake. And also because, you know, the longer I take to do one, the less I actually get achieved. And what I'm thinking, I'll put that butterfly away before I end up losing that. Got another leaf here, same leaf. These are ones I've stamped, and I've stamped them with 2 different shades of green, so you probably can't see in the camera, but they've got a little bit more interest than just a single stamp. Stamp them in a light green and then a darker green. It's just a little bit of depth. Oh, this is on old book page 2. Thinking about whether I sort of half put them over and under sort of thing, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I like that. So first I'm going to pop down this little bit of paper. Have that peeking out the side there. Now comes the tricky part. So I'm going to glue it but not press it all the way down on the edges. Now the problem with doing this is the glue can dry in the meantime, but it just means you've got to go back in with a, usually tacky glue is what I do, and just put a little bit underneath where you're not getting it. Okay, now our leaves, and this just allows me to position where I want. I'm going to put that partly under and partly over top, and our other leaf. Going to do the same on the other side, but facing the other way, like so. There we go. I think that's rather cute and just gives something a little bit different. And it's just a little bit sticky still. Keeps sticking to my fingers. So there we go. Sorry about reaching under there. We've got our first little... I know what I haven't done, and I can't ink where I do it. I haven't taken my wee thumb notch out the top. So if you want to take the thumb notch out of your bottom pocket, then do it before you glue it shut. But I was not aiming to do a bottom thumb notch. Rachel didn't, and so for these ones I thought I wouldn't. Oh, that was a bit thick to go through. It did it though. And so I just need to ink that, and then that sits around our page. And isn't that cute? Little pockets, so you've got a little pocket here, and then a bigger pocket in here, and whoops, not on the back. On the back of the page you've got the same. So you've got this pocket and this pocket. Super cute. Okay, so we've got one done. And gosh, we're eating up the time. I think we've probably got time for another one. Shall we tackle another one? Oh, and this is completely not sticking down. And I think this paper's a lot coarser, so the glue stick isn't sticking as well. So I'm just going to go in here with tacky glue and get rid of that issue, because I know this will definitely stick. A little bit here. And it doesn't matter too much on this one that's on the inside against the against your page. Won't matter too much, but you don't want it catching on what you're sticking in the pocket either, so best to take care of it. Yeah, this paper is not taking the glue stick all that well. It's all good. Okay, right, fold it up, and I'll have to do the inking of this after, so I probably won't glue it together until I've done the inking, because then it's just that much more difficult to do after you've glued it all together. Much easier to ink it while it's still, you can hold it out and ink. Right, there we go. So let's collage up, see how quickly we can get this done. Not very fast if I take my time on choosing, eh? Oh, this is in the orange colour scheme again, but it seems to be what I'm grabbing, so I'm gonna just go with it. And this is not a plain bit of paper, this is patterned. It's actually a digital of mine, part of a digital. Oops, got too much stuff in my way on my desk. Actually, I need to do it this way first. So I think that's straightish. Oops, or not. It's alright, it'll work. So, little scrap there for something. And I'm just going to, now this has got a dark edge on it, so I'm going to take a dark edge to do the other side as well, because why not? There is a reason for trying to match it up a little bit. Take this little, I think I want this end. It's just got a little bit more pattern happening on it. And this was made from one of my jelly prints, this digital. And I believe it is one of the freebies over on my Facebook group, Visual Vibes, if you're interested. Right, get rid of this gluey mess. Now, I think I am going to use tacky glue for this because this paper is not being very receptive. So let's just cut to the chase and go to that tacky glue. You probably will be able to see the glue through the paper while it's wet, but when it dries, it won't be visible anymore. Something I've discovered with this glue. And it's just like a PVA, but it's a tackier version. Alright, so I want the darker bit up the top. Right, there we go. And the reason for wanting the darker strip is so that I can also use this at the top and there'll be like that visible difference that you won't lose where the top of the pocket is. Basically, that's what I was trying to achieve. That and this bit. Getting some paper scraps used up here, and I do need to take a little bit off the edge because they're a little bit long. Yeah. I'm busy listening to the work going on next door. It's quite noisy from where I'm sitting, but hopefully it's not for you guys, because it's got a fence of obviously the wall of the house and then our driveway and then the fence in between, so it's loud for me. Hopefully it's not for you guys, but I'm finding it a little distracting. Okay, that one and this one. And then I think we'll get this one decorated up and we'll have 2 done in the time. But if you work faster or know what you want or don't faff around so much like I do, then you may have made heaps more. Might have been the ultimate production machine, because I'm definitely not that. So there we go. I think that looks cute. And I don't think it actually needs a lot. I'm wondering about another one of these labels. Yeah, I think a label and maybe a bit of music or something. So I'll pop this little scrap away. See what I've got. Let's see what this does. Actually, I don't think it needs the music. How about a number? Are you telling me to stop? Just stop it. It's fine how it is. Are you telling me that? No, I've got to check it out. I won't know unless I check it out. Yep, little number. Remember, tacky glue. Oh, actually no. Glue stick should be fine for this because it's now on top of the digital. So it's no longer the coarser paper that it's trying to stick to. There we go, there's a wee number. And our label, and then we'll turn it over, do the other side, and it will be done. This one certainly came together quicker, didn't it? But I wasn't fussy cutting or anything. Fussy cutting certainly does add some time. So there we go, there's that side. Now let's choose a label for this side. Do we want another oval one? Circle one, it's a bit big. There's that toothache one again. Smaller circle. It's a label that you could actually write on. Yep, let's go with that one. Sorry, I just knocked the tripod, gave you a little wobble. So I'll put this here like so, and ideally I would have inked around these, but never mind. And let's find a wee number, not that one. Could go up in the corner. Actually, let's just cut it because it's going to be a bit quicker than faffing around with the ruler since I've buried it. under stuff. Yep, I think that's fine. I haven't overlapped, I haven't put this one under. I can put it over top. You can do either or, whatever your preference is. I just got carried away putting my label on. I didn't think about it. But I think it's fine going over top. Just makes it different to the other side in more ways than it's different already. Okay, so let's grab back my other one. So we've got this one, and now we've got this one, which is not glued together yet. I really like that. I think that's nice. So there we go, guys. There's 2 wrap around the page pockets, multi-pockets, so 4 pockets in total. Hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, it's Rachel's challenge. It's called Roxys Weekly Challenge. That's the hashtag to use if you want to participate. Then you can tag that on Instagram or on YouTube, or both if you like. Thanks for joining me today. Whatever day it is that you see this, I hope it's a great one for you. And me too. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.